XDefiant just got a ton of news around launch week, as well as a completely revamped roadmap. We also have to go over potentially a nerf or even a marketing error, as well as all the questions around launch, when you can preload, and even a showcase of the new battle pass, as well as a whole bunch more. What's up world, it's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things XDefiant. Okay, so first up we got a ton of news around preloading, as well as what's going to be happening over this next week. So XDefiant did drop this over on the Twitter, where they announced again the entire week that's going to be happening in front of us and what it's going to look like up to launch. So on May 16th we are going to get a launch trailer, as well as when the preload actually starts. So if you're wanting to preload the game, that's when you can do it on May 16th. Now again, currently we don't have a time for the preload start, although I assume it might show off during the launch trailer, which is also on May 16th. So if you're looking for any additional information, that will be more than likely when it's dropped. On May 17th we are going to be getting the XDefiant preseason episode. That might go into it even further with a lot of details around what the preseason is showcasing. Although some further details here, where the XDefiant Twitter account went on to say that preseason will launch with a ranked practice playlist, essentially a full report playlist that plays with the same rules as ranked, with the full release of ranked actually coming later. So that won't happen at the start essentially, but you will get a playlist akin to ranked, and it will be a practice playlist to get ready for the official ranked mode. Again, this is probably akin or something to like the unranked tournament in the finals, where you can actually practice for ranked and have the same rule sets. So that is good to hear, although it does kind of suck that ranked won't be there on launch. Hopefully they do have that up and running sometime soon. Now on May 20th we will be getting the battle pass trailer. Again, we do have a little bit of a preview here for the battle pass. So far they're showing off these 3 skins, which are accompanied by weapon skins, it looks like, as well, that do match those skins. Now I assume these are full outfits here, especially for the first 2, with the last one maybe being a mixed match. Again, we will get the full trailer for that on May 20th. And then like the launch of the game May 21st, we will be getting a stack load of new updates as well as trailers. So they're going to drop a tips and tricks video, it looks like, or at least a tips and tricks segment here. I do assume this will be a video, maybe this will be an article, but I'll keep you updated on that. They're also going to be dropping something called All-Star Finals. And then of course with the launch of the game on May 21st, we will be getting that preseason live going forward. And again, of course, that is launching on most platforms, which do include PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. That launch will be at 10 a.m. PST and 1 p.m. EST, as well as 12 p.m. CST. Now the preseason will last exactly 6 weeks before going into that seasonal cadence. There's also an infographic here with all the stuff coming with preseason, which does include 14 maps, 10 arena, and 4 progression. There are 5 total factions, however the 5th faction, DedSec, will be unlockable or have to be purchased. That does also include 5 different modes, 3 different modes in arena, as well as 2 in the progression category. There's also 24 different weapons, which contain 44 unlocks, and we do have again that new ranked practice mode playlist. And again, if you did unlock any of those rewards during the server test session or even the insider sessions, those will be available at launch. Now they did of course drop that 1-year roadmap, where we will see 4 seasons within a year. Going through all 4 seasons here, we do have the faction code names for each, which will be Ruby, and then 3 weapons, 3 maps, and a 90-tier battle pass. Season 2 will contain Buzz, again, those 3 weapons, 3 maps, and 90-tier battle pass. Preceding that is Season 3 with Orchard, and then Season 4 with Horde. Again, those will have those same things there, 3 weapons, 3 maps, and the 90-tier battle pass. Now there is going to be some new stuff coming, like the modes with new arena and progression modes, as well as that ranked playlist and private matches. They're also going to work on player protection with ongoing work to keep the competitive play very fair. And there will also be comfort features like a welcome list for beginners and practice zones. None of those are denoted when they will come out. They're not put in any place throughout the roadmap, so we don't know exactly when some of that stuff is going to come out. However, it seems like they want to get that done within the year past launch. Of course, they said they're going to have more communication and details coming in the weeks leading up to launch, which of course we did get that launch week roadmap. Now we do have a marketing blunder here, or a potential nerf for the Libertad. Now again, this might be a mistake on the marketing team, but it does say here a fortifying wave boost total health and regen for you and your nearby allies. Again, this is typically a heal ability, so it doesn't actually boost your health unless you use the ultimate. Could be an error, or it could be a little bit mix up, or they just need to add some wordage there for the actual heal class. Now this class has had a ton of balancing changes since the insider sessions, as well as the recent session as well. So I do doubt this class is getting any more nerfs, especially from the previous playtests, as they were pretty overpowered. However, they did get pretty balanced in this recent test, as well as some of the recent updates. We do have some updates for the All-Star Series, which is currently at a best of 5 qualifiers. Now, the format for this currently is 4 teams and the 4v4 competitive modes. Now, right now, they do have 2 best of the 5 matchups, and then winners will move on to the finals, and then that final will be best of 7, winner takes all. They had brought 16 teams in total, and there was a cash prize with that. So it does seem like XDefiant is leading into the actual competitive atmosphere, as well as esports from the publisher themselves, where other games have let the community kind of host those, and then eventually the publisher stepped in. Seems like Ubisoft is putting all in here with the esports side of it, and they're going to be hosting that themselves and have been. So again, that final matchup will be happening with the game's launch. I will mention that I am in the Ubisoft Creator Program, and I haven't seen anything as of yet. Of course, with certain embargoes, I do have to keep things to myself. However, overall, there are no current campaigns for XDefiant, so I would like to see and hopefully see one eventually. Again, of course, if there is one, I won't be able to announce anything until the embargo drops. But yeah, as I said, there's nothing as of yet right now, so I do wonder if they're going to do any creator things with that, or if there's going to be any Twitch drops or any promotion work going into XDefiant. I do assume there will be, however, they usually are pretty fast about it. So the fact that there is nothing there yet, we'll have to wait and see, although it is a tad bit concerning knowing that there hasn't been any campaign or any updates on that front. Now, there has been some questions by the community about certain preload aspects. It does look like, and potentially you will need to re-download the game. However, this happened with Diablo 4 and a few other games where they told you that you had to delete those files and then re-download it. However, if you actually kept the beta files and the insider files, sometimes you didn't have to re-download the entire game. So I would recommend, if you do have this storage space right now for the moment, I would just keep those files just in case. Especially if you have slower internet, this will definitely help you. Although the pre-download is 5 days early before the launch, it's still nice to have if you do have slower internet or just want to have your download done a lot sooner. And then of course on May 16th, if the beta/insider files don't actually help you toward that download, you can then of course just go ahead and delete those and then re-download the full game in its entirety. Now, there was a Q&A with the developers, or a website by the name of mpfirst.com went over and actually talked to some of the developers. An update here is that there is no balance changes for weapons from test session to launch, so there won't be any changes at all leading to the full release. Now, this website will also have a full Q&A that will hit sometime soon. I will be sure to cover this in its entirety when they do actually end up dropping this. For now, we only got that little teaser question, but it is good to know and to see what we will be seeing, if any changes from the test server to launch. However, overall, that should about cover for today's video. If you like and subscribe, and until the next one, deuces.